乓球是我国的国球，也是世界上热门的体育运动之一。对比赛中运动员行为的数据分析，可以帮助教练更好地制定训练计划和比赛方案。为了做直观和迅速的分析，浙江大学团队引入数据可视分析的手段。
We present ITTVs to support comprehensive analysis of a table tennis match. System overview. The match view uses the tailored step chart to visually summarize the temporal score information of two players. The point outcome bar encodes additional information. The background luminance indicates the phase information. Each ball represents a rally. The color of the ball indicates the winner of the rally. The size encodes the length of the rally. The selection panel provides a set of predefined selections to allow easy navigation into important rallies. The stroke view displays detailed stroke attributes in the rally, namely stroke placement, stroke technique, stroke position, and stroke effect. The stat view illustrates correlations between stroke attributes. Intra-stroke matches represent relationships within each stroke. Inter-stroke matches represent relationships between two adjacent strokes. For example, in this matrix, each row corresponds to an attribute value of the stroke placement of stroke 2. Each column corresponds to that of the stroke placement of stroke 3. The circle in the matrix entry represents the combination of the two associated attribute values within the selected rallies. The area of the circle encodes the occurrence frequency, and its luminance encodes the scoring rate of the combination. For instance, this circle encodes the occurrence frequency and the scoring rate of the combination of long backhand of stroke 2 and the long backhand of stroke 3. A user can switch the matrix mode, change the linking stroke attribute, or merge any continuous strokes. The tactic view displays all the detected tactics. 3 attributes of each stroke are displayed. The view can display tactics with different numbers of stroke attributes. A user can also switch different kinds of tactics. The frequency and scoring rate of each tactic are displayed on the right. The history view offers access to recording and replaying the patterns detected during exploration. All views are closely linked. Case study 1 uses the data of 2 matches. In the first match, we can see the huge score gaps in Game 3 and Game 4. 1 and 0 might not be in their best form in Game 3 and Game 4, respectively. In the last game, 1 lagged behind 0 initially, but 1 finally surpassed 0. 1's success was attributed to his perseverance and stress tolerance under the disadvantageous conditions. In the second match, we select all rallies with equal scores indicating fierce competitions. These rallies appeared in Game 1 frequently. It seems that both players were eager to win the first game. We then select a long rally of Game 1 to see the details in the stroke view. We can see that the second stroke struck the ball to the half-long area. It caused a disadvantage of the stroke player, for it did not control the ball within the short area. Hovering on this stroke revealed that it is a drop short. It seems that Krianga struck this stroke with a low-quality drop short. However, Krianga struck the ball towards different directions alternatively. 1 had to run back and forth to return the ball, and finally lost this rally. Case study 2. We start by exploring the interstroke matrix between stroke 2 and stroke 3. The largest circle indicates that both players were likely to strike the ball to the backhand area. We further click on this circle and focus on the matrix which represents the correlation between stroke placement and stroke technique of the third stroke. One was likely to use loop and a quick attack. We further click on the grid cell of the loop and the long backhand, and then focus on another intra-stroke matrix. We can see one struck and scored twice with sideways, but struck and lost 4 times with backhand. It seems easier for players to exert force with sideways to strike the ball using loop. We further merge all strokes after the 5th stroke. It seems one frequently struck the ball to long middle hand with loop. Wu frequently returns one's ball to long middle hand with block. Case study 3. We select all the rallies won on the match view and focus on the intra-stroke matrix which represents the correlation between the stroke technique and the stroke placement of the third stroke. We can see 2 outstanding points, the intersection of long backhand and loop, and that of long middle and loop. We then click on the intersection of long middle and loop, and choose one serve tactics in the tactic view. One used 5 kinds of serve tactics. In the 2 tactics, Bomb struck the second stroke with chop long. In another 2 tactics, Bomb struck the second stroke with drop short. It seems that Bomb might be weak in receiving the serve one struck. In the last tactic, one served the ball to the half-long area. It was not a good serve, and Bomb then returned with loop successfully. Nevertheless, one returned with loop and won finally. It seems that Bomb didn't use a high-quality loop in this tactic.
我们可以看到，我们开发的系统包含3个视图，辅助分析者从比分、技术组合、战术3个角度全方位的进行分析。喜欢足球的同学都知道，足球阵型对球队的进攻和防守都有着巨大的影响。在比赛中，阵型往往会一直变化，教练很难一直保持对阵型的把握。浙江大学团队开发的足球比赛可视分析系统，可以帮助教练员更好地理解足球阵型的变化模式、变化原因和对比赛态势所造成的影响。
System overview. The system comprises of 2 views, namely the formation view and display view. The formation view mainly contains a confrontation matrix, narrative timeline, and 2 formation flows. The confrontation matrix presents confrontation situations specified by pairwise formations of 2 teams. For instance, the highlighted cell represents a formation pair where Team A is using 2-3-2-3 and Team B is using 4-2-3-1. The frequency of formation pairs is encoded by the luminance of cells. We use a bar chart to show the frequency of formations for each team. The glyph of each formation is placed on providing connections. When we hover on each cell, the corresponding elements will be highlighted. We can hide or unhide the matrix by clicking the matrix button. The narrative timeline progresses from left to right. We divide the timeline into 2 pieces to represent the first and the second half of the game. The demonstration of the event glyphs is shown in the legend above. Users can hover on each event glyph for details. 2 bar charts on the timeline shows the involvement of 2 teams' performance. The higher, the worse. The formation flow illustrates the formation changes of each team. The y-coordinate of subflow encodes its relevant position in the formation. The thickness encodes the number of players in the corresponding spatial area. The split of merge of subflows represents the change of formations. For example, at time 1, subflow A, B, and C represent forward, midfield, and back of the formation respectively, and the formation is 4-4-2. At time 2, subflow A splits into 2 subflows. One of subflow merged with subflow B. This means a player in the forward moves to the midfield at time 2, which causes a formation change from 4-4-2 to 4-5-1. Additionally, we also place the glyph of substitution on formation flows. The arrow pointing out from the subflow represents the player to leave. The other represents the player to substitute. We can scroll on formation flows to zoom in and zoom out. We can click on the ball pass button to display the ball positions among the flows between the two teams. We can click on the player on the pitch to see his movements with formations. Moreover, we can hover on the metric cell and the corresponding formation pair will be highlighted in two flows.
Case study.
At the beginning, the timeline shows the outline of the game. Brazil scored 2 goals first, as Argentina hit 3 goals in the second half and turned the tide. To analyze the game, we turn to the confrontation matrix to obtain an overview of formations. We quickly notice 3 dark cells representing 3 formation pairs. Among them, formation 2-3-2-3 is an attacking formation featuring pass and control. Formation 4-2-3-1 is important to augment defense, and formation 4-4-2 is for counterattack. Then we move to team performance indicators. The rendered chart shows that 2 teams were similar in ball position time, yet Argentina had far more passes, representing a pass control style. We hover over metric cells and find that Brazil employed 4-4-2 for defense and counterattacked in the first half, while they turned to formation 4-2-3-1 to focus on defense in the second half, especially that of midfield. Argentina equalized the score at the beginning of the second half, which is the turning point of this game, so we zoom in for further analysis. In this period, Brazil mainly maintained 4-4-2 for counterattack, in addition to moving a striker back forward to change from 4-4-2 to 4-5-1 for increasing the defense. By expecting flat player flows, we know that the dropping striker was player 11, a shadow striker in formation 4-4-2. Thereafter, we combine game situations for further analysis. After continuous attacks from Argentina, Brazil eventually regained the ball and passed the ball to the striker for a quick attack. At that moment, however, Argentina failed to change to a defensive formation in time. Argentina's poor defensive performance was also indicated in its high average area value. Moreover, they even hit an own goal. Despite that, Argentina persisted in attacking tactic, forcing Brazil changing from formation 4-4-2 to 4-5-1 for deep defense. It seemed to be a successful strategy such that they seized the chance and scored a goal. To verify this goal, we selected the period of this goal on the timeline and turn to the display view for more details.
同学们，我们今天从现实状态、可视化的价值以及可视化的实际应用，讲解了现实中的可视化，希望能够让大家对它有更为深入的了解。同学们，再见。